Hi everyone, this is Gene from Gene Smith RV Travels. Today we're not doing some RV stuff, but just got a new watch from eBay. Yeah, not eBay, Invicta. I'm sorry. I do buy some on eBay. You just got to be more careful on eBay. Make sure you use PayPal. Anyway, it's an Invicta watch. It's a 50 millimeter. It's a bracelet watch. So the problem arises when you get a bracelet watch, that bracelet band is too big for you. So I made this video today. This is a real nice Invicta watch that I really like, and so I had to shorten the band on this by I think I had to take out took out 3 links. I think I almost took out 4. And here's a copy of the video that I took the links out. So we're going to move on from here to showing you how to do your own links and save yourself 12 bucks or whatever they charge. Okay, so what I really want to do is I want to resize this bracelet because, as you can see, it's way too big. Okay, so I need to take some links out, and what I like to do, because the watches tend to slip off your wrist to the outside, I like to take as many links off on this inside as I can. What I mean by that is, here's your crown, and this is the side right here that I want to take it off of, so the crown moves closer to myself. Now if you look down inside here, you'll see there's little arrows in here, and the arrows tell you which way. The arrows are right there. Tells you which way to slide these pins out. And I almost said pound the pins out because that's kind of what you have to do. Now I bought one of these, came with the cheap kit. This one here is really cheap and ain't really worth a damn. I started using these initially. I kind of like these, but I keep breaking the little stems if you don't get them lined up right. But I found this method to be the best. Use this little block on top of a mouse pad for protection, as a little shock thing. And then what I do is, well, like I said, you have to find the arrows. The arrows are pointing towards that way. So you put them in the block like this, and there's different sizes to the block. Like this one's too narrow for this watch, see, it won't fit, and you have to put it in here. This is a 50 millimeter watch. So what I want to do is take that pin out. Now one of the kits came with these 3 punch tools, and each one's a different size. Now the way I find the size of the pin, because I don't want to mar the bracelet, is these little holes that are in the clasp. Whatever fits down through the hole the best, like that one just fits, that's the one that I'll use, and I'll set the others aside. Like that one's too big, see, that won't fit. You'll just damage, if it won't fit in the bracelet here, you're just going to damage it. Okay, and then there's one other one, and this one's going to be even smaller probably. It'll fit down through the hole, but see how much, there's too much slack. So this is going to be the best one right here, right there, just fits. Okay, so what you do is you take this little hammer that I got in the kit, and you use the metal side of the hammer, and you put it right in there. Okay, make sure your arrow's going in the right direction, and you hammer this down just like that. Then you pull this out. Now some of these bracelets you have to be careful because they put little inserts in there. I don't know why, but there's little inserts or little lock clips that go inside of here. So when you pull this out, the pin comes out. The pin is right here. Okay, where'd the pin go? Okay, anyway, wouldn't you know it would goof up somehow? I don't know where the pin went. But anyway. Unbelievable. Where did the pin go? Pin went back in the hole. I don't know. Where'd the damn pin go? I'm gonna lose my mind here. Not here. It's not in the rack. Oh, there's the pin. Okay. So now you got the pin out. Okay, so now you got the pin out, okay? And here's where you have to be really careful, because sometimes there is something else in here. And there it is. See that? See that little thing right there? See that little thing right there? That's a little spacer that goes in here to make this bracelet, the pin lock in the bracelet. I've only seen that a couple times, and you got to watch for that, because if you lose that little bugger, you'll have a problem putting this back together. The pin won't stay in. Okay, so we're going to go up here. Now that we've got one pin out, there's the one pin, we're going to take out another one. And you get confused, so make sure the arrow's in the right direction. Alright, you put it down in there, and make sure that underneath where the pin is, you're driving it into a hole that's in this bracket. Get your little hammer out. Might not be lined up. See, I probably wasn't lined up with the hole underneath here. Okay, that pin just fell out. Usually you have to pull the pin out. And what I do is I just use a little pair of pliers to pull the pin out. Okay, now when I take this out, like I said, you gotta be real careful of that little thing, because there's going to be one in here too. Only what I'm going to do this time is, because I'm putting the bracelet back together, I'm not going to turn it on its side. I'm going to leave it just like that. Alright? I'm going to bring this back around, and I'm going to connect this back up. Now, the arrow told you which way to push the pin in. You push the pin back in the opposite way. And on the bottom of these pins, one of them is usually wider than the other, but I don't see that on these. You put the pin back in here. Alright, you get it lined up, it should go right back in. Just like that. Now, here's what you got to do. When you get the pin all the way in, take this neoprene part and pound down on it. If you use the metal part, you'll damage the bracelet. You don't want to damage the bracelet. Okay? You see that? You rub your finger crust here and make sure it's smooth, so you don't feel that pin. You're done. Alright? Now, put it back on again. We close the clasp, and you can see it's still way too big. I think I'm going to have to take probably 2 more out. I think what I'm going to do, I want to take another one from here, but I don't think I do, because you see how this goes right there, the clasp. You want the clasp to be centered. When the watch is centered, you want your clasp to be centered underneath like that. Okay, so I don't want to take any more off of this side. I want to open this clasp up, and I want to go to this other side. Okay, this is the other side here. You look for the arrows again. There's the arrows right there. Can you see the arrows? I don't know if you can, but they're right there on the top, and you have to push those down from this side, and you put this back in this little block here. Okay, and take your little tool again, put it in that hole. Okay, make sure that the bottom of this pin is directly over one of these holes or a slot in this block. Pound it down again. Okay, now we're not gonna make the same mistake we made in the beginning where that little pin came out. We're gonna pull this pin out sideways, okay, and we're just gonna leave it. Now I want to take out, I don't know how many I want to take out here. I think I want to take out at least 2. Okay, so we're going to come down to this one. We're going to leave everything intact, and we're going to knock out this pin too. We're not lined up. You gotta be lined up over that hole, or it won't go down. All right. Now, I want to take this, and I want to lay it on its side like that, because I don't want that little metal piece coming back out. All right. So now I'm gonna, there's the little metal piece I talked about. There it is right there. See it? I don't know where that came out of, but it didn't come out of here. So the lock is still in here. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to pull this pin out, and I'm going to leave it on the side because I don't want that thing to fall out. Alright, then I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to slide the pin back in. Now some of these pins have different ends on them, and the fat end goes in last. We're going to go right back in here, just like that. Okay, just like that. And we're going to push it in as far as we can by hand, because we want to get it lined up. If it hits a spot, it means it's against that piece. Okay, now we're just gonna tap it a little bit, see if it'll go in. Oh yeah, she looks like she's going. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. We're gonna just tap it a little bit with the metal one and see if it goes. That's a problem. There's a problem right there. I don't know what it is. So I am going to these links might be different too. Let me see. I might try something a little bit different here. Maybe I'll go in from the other side. I don't know. We got to look at the arrows on here. The arrows point towards it, so we're going in the right side. We're going in right. I don't know. I don't think we're lined up or something. Something doesn't seem right. Let's see if we can get it this way. Nope, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. Okay, let's knock this pin back out till we find out what's going on here. Alright. I'm going to put another pin in there. You don't have to hammer on these pins until you go, they're almost all the way in like that. Until they're almost all the way in, because you want to be in this, want to be all the way across this bracelet. Okay, so here we are, and I think I got the pin to go down in there. All right, so we're just gonna tap it and make sure we're where we need to be. And then you check it, make sure there's no catches or high edges on those pins. And then if you're smart, you check both sides. So we're going to check both sides. Oh look, this one pin has come out. So just push that back in like that. and it's nice and smooth. It's not catching. So let's try it on here, and we'll see how it fits. Oh yeah, look at that. I just saved myself, what, $12 or something? This is an Invicta watch. It's a, I forget what number it is. It is a 24646. It's a real diver's watch. It's almost 1,000 feet of water resistance. It's got over here. It's got locking crown and the locking pushers. So, and the date, and it's really bright from the illuminate that's on the dial. Well, stainless steel. It's got the really nice 5-link band. It's pretty comfortable. It was a little sharp on the edges when I first got it, but once I started to wear it, that wore off. I thought maybe I'd have to send it back. It's got Invicta on the side. It's a pretty nice watch. Well, stainless steel. Pretty nice. So anyway, that concludes our video of how to change the watch bands on these kind of bracelet watches. And I look forward to offering you guys more videos. That's it. Happy holidays.